is something to be said for playing against people closer to your level when
Right.
you're really trying to grind out the more improvements per match. Right?
Right. I think that's a really interesting topic. Who or like what level of player should you play against to maximize improvement? And what's the distribution? What's the frequency? And I think there are a lot of different takes on that, right? Do
Yeah.
you have a take on that? What did you find that worked well for you?
For me, it was always playing people just at my locals that were seated to be close to me, and then having somebody really, really good look over my sets and say, here's what you did wrong.
Nice.
Uh,
I like that.
and even just you have to find a coach, in my opinion, or a friend that – because I don't actually think you need to be all that much better than the other person to see things differently. I think it's really easy when you're playing the game to engage in a series of biases that are really hard to break. There's a shame associated with admitting that you did something wrong. And it's important to have somebody that can get you through that part of it. So for me, some of the best, I mentioned PhD Louis. Even Phil had a coaching session with him once. And just the way he put it, he's like, what are you doing up there? Because I was jumping. I was double jumping in the corner. And he's like, why are you jumping over there? He's over there. And I had just never thought about, I don't know. I just never thought about the simple things. Having somebody state things that are very obvious, very simply, so you have a mantra in your head to be a little better next time.
Right.
Yeah, get coached. I love coaching. It's great.
I love that point because you even see this from the top players sometimes where it's like top player next matchup. It's like, oh, all I had to do was jump a little more.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wow, this is like the number one, number two player. And this is the advice that is making a difference for them. Like something as simple as jump more or like, oh, dash less. Play more grounded.
I watched this whole coaching session of IBDW, Panda Zone, and at SFAT, doing California proud.
Wait, who is coaching who?
IBDW is coaching SFAT on the Puff matchup.
Okay.
And it was just really, really a beautiful session. And I think, both of those guys are pretty down to push through the pain of looking at yourself losing for the sake of getting a little better. And and you learn so much, even just watching those kind of videos, for me, is one of my favorite ways to learn when I'm not actively talking to somebody one-on-one. It just makes it feel very achievable, right? These things, when you actually sit down and talk out what needs to be different, usually it's all nothing crazy. When players are really fast, when players are overwhelming, and you watch them and you're new to the game, it kind of makes we kind of tend to put them on a pedestal, right? This is something that I couldn't ever do, but they're human beings too. They figured out how to do it. It's the same game. We're all playing the same game.
I think that's a really cool thing with Melee is that like there's just so much information out there.
Yeah.
You can do a frame-by-frame analysis of any play that you've seen, break it down, and honestly do it yourself. Of course, there's a lot of different things.
Yeah, will I do that? No.
Right.
I'm lazy and really bad at improving. I just want to be salty. But besides that.
Well, besides that,
yeah.
there's a little bit in that, like, kind of knowing the meaning behind a given interaction, right? Because, like, one person's forward smash, not all forward smashes are created equal. Right, and
Marth's, for example, is really good.
Well, I just meant like my forward smash versus Zane's forward smash.
Yeah.
Very different. I'll tell you that.
I don't know. You had some pivots. You were pivoting all over the place. That was a beautiful thing.
Those are fine. Those are actually more or less the same. But he like Zane in particular, just like really any top player known for doing X thing. Like Zane's down tilts. They're not just simply a wave dash, down tilt or whatever, just as an example. But it's like mechanically you can do a lot of those things, and you can watch his matches and kind of reverse engineer and like look through his game plan and like think the game through his lens.
Yeah.
You can actually just do that yourself.
Yeah, so I agree. I think about it very musically. It's like listening to somebody do improv in music or play a certain way and learning the chords and the structures. You want to have a huge repertoire as a player, or growing repertoire is maybe a better way to put it, of things that you can think about and patterns that you can try to copy paste onto your stuff. There's this beautiful moment. I was playing friendlies with Zane once where I was being bad in spot dodging, and he started punishing the spot dodges with forward smashes, with pivot forward smashes.
Oh no!
And I was like, this is a way to learn the game. If I just lose my stock every time I spot dodge poorly, I'm gonna quickly learn not to do that. Here we got Cloak, and Sodabro.
I love both tags, actually.
Yeah.
A lot. So, let's see.
Sodabro is from Jacksonville.
Yes, sir. And then Cloak from Orlando. So
yeah.
2 Florida natives.
Yeah, they're doing Florida proud for sure. And usually Sodabro finishes pretty deep in the top 8s at weeklies that he's going to. He beat Tutran, one of the top DK players that we've got out here.
Okay.
I think that was at Riptide in September. But for the most part, he's kind of a hidden boss that is laying in wait in Jacksonville, laying in wait in Florida, and saying, hey, who's going to come and get some of it?
Well, we're seeing a little bit of that so far.
Yeah.
The quick 2-stock lead.
What a land of Falcos
man.
Florida seems to be. Falcos flocking to CEO. What's the name for like a bunch of crows that are coming? Isn't it a murder of crows? Yeah. There's a lot of Falcos. I think we might go with flock, but.
Yeah, Florida was kind of known as the Falco State for a little bit. And this is a long time ago. But back then, okay, nice attempt. If you're up 4 stocks to 1, why not, right?
Yeah.
But like Flow and Water, one of my favorite Falcos from back in the day. I think Flow and Water pioneered the Shine back air, and I saw that for the first time. He also played Blue Falco. Just such a smooth, beautiful Falco. One of my biggest inspirations.
It's a beautiful thing to like think like, oh, Shine back air was not like a default thing that we all knew.
Shine back air blew my mind when I first saw it. I remember the feeling so clearly. All right, but, we're in 2022 right now.
Yep.
Cloak versus Sodabro. Sodabro, really want to put himself on the map, and Cloak trying to do everything that he can to stop him, so.
We talked about in the last Falco Ditto that there's a combination of things that we're looking for at the early percents, right, in the early neutral, which is not just who gets the first laser out, but who kind of gets the last word of the argument, the second laser being way better. Because if you shoot a laser but you instantly and hit stun from the second one that might come from a falling laser, then it doesn't really matter that your first one came out. You're still in the disadvantaged state.
So I can already tell that Sodabro, this is something that they prioritize because Sodabro's been doing high lasers. And the advantage of the high laser is that it makes it a lot harder for the other Falco to retaliate with their own laser.
Kadoran once said of my high lasers, these are so high that I can't power shield them.
That is also true. Yeah, that is a thing. Although, Marths these days have adapted, and I know one adaptation that Umar has been doing is you just wave dash forward down tilt.
Yeah.
there's a counter for everything in this game, and that's why it's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, hold on, pit fight. Oh.
Yeah.
Man.
I think you want to be using the ledge invincibility if your opponent has the upper edge, you got the lower ledge. Like you gotta defend yourself a little bit when you're in that spot. It's tough. Getting the high ground, very good. Woo! It's a little cheese.
Fun.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's. I think Sodabro could have just gone for it, but either way, cleaning it up. I think that's a second 3-stock, if I'm not mistaken. Regardless, that was a performance from Sodabro.
We're burning through these Falcos. They're going fast.
Now Sodabro, interestingly enough, had a cup of coffee. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that, but
tell
a little misleading.
Yeah. Are you a coffee player? Is there a tier list of coffees for Melee performance?
So I might be a little bit different. I'm super sensitive to caffeine and that sort of stuff. So it's like I can have like
Red
a
Bulls,
sip.
Yeah.
No, I just well, here and there.
Here and there.
But it's not something that I have like every day. I love water a lot, but
Yeah. I can't fault you for that. It's good. Water. Listen,
I love water.
If you come away with this stream with one piece of information and one take, it's water is good, and I'll stand by that till the very end.
I will say with Red Bull in particular, I do think it's really tasty.
That's wild.
I
so
actually
you don't like the kind of energy boost side of it, but you like the taste. So we need decaf Red Bull for you.
Okay, how about this? Actually, yes, that would be perfect for me. I think the thing is that because I'm so sensitive to it, I can personally only have so much. I wish I could actually have more.
Yeah.
I genuinely do.
That's wild.
Yeah. But for coffee, I do decaf.
Yeah.
I also love the taste of coffee. I just, It's a lot of energy, and you know, you don't want to see me go too wide.